From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, hope you're doing nice so far this Saturday. We're actually starting to clear up. We're doing pretty decent out there. Cloud cover still kind of lingering there off to the west out there in Humboldt, Del Norte County. A few patchy upper level clouds pushing in, but besides that, 2 thumbs up from me. I think today is really a nice start to the trend that we're going to see continuing evolve over the next several days. Like I said, today's really just the beginning of it. We have some upper level moisture way up here off to the north on the other side of the state line. We really don't think that's going to impact us too much. You might see a sprinkle there west. We're talking western Siskiyou County, right? Del Norte County, Humboldt County, but it's just not going to be that big of a deal. Don't plan your day around it. The rest of us are probably going to pretty much stay dry out there. And then, of course, as we head through tonight and into tomorrow, even better. We're not going to be seeing any more moisture out there, so nothing's going to translate down. Again, a few clouds are probably still going to linger there along the coast, but check it out through the valley, through central Siskiyou County, out towards Modoc and the eastern mountains and Plumas County, and we're doing great out there. The warming trend is really going to reinforce out there, and that's what we're going to be holding for the next several days. Not a whole lot to talk about here, right? And that's a good thing, right? We're going to be staying in those nice outdoor conditions here. That's probably going to last through probably about, I would say, Friday or so. It's really going to last throughout much of the week. Now, we might pick up some cloud cover here, but notice it's not associated with much of anything. Those systems that we saw progged for the early half of the week and, of course, the midweek system here, they're just kind of falling apart. They're really not looking too hot, right? They're looking kind of moisture starved. They kind of get disconnected and weaken really relatively quickly. It's just not looking all that good for them, but it's looking good for us, right? That implies better conditions out there. And of course, we're kind of staying right on the precipice of that colder air, which of course we might cool down by next weekend. But in the meantime, well, this warm, high pressure area, that's what's going to be taking hold, and that's what's going to dictate those temperatures. Taking a look at the marine forecast, by the way, before we get to the big picture. Looks like we're staying in the single digits through much of today, probably through tomorrow as well, but we might start creeping in the 8 to 9 foot range, about 30, 40 nautical miles off the coast there. But for the most part here, up along the coast, 6 to 8 feet is kind of the story. We'll call about 3 to 6 feet there right along the coast for those heights into tomorrow. So let's take a look at the big picture. Of course, here are your highs for today here over the next several hours. Notice those 50s along the coast. Out there towards Siskiyou County, you got those upper 50s, maybe near 60 as you head down towards Dunsmuir and towards Lakehead, excuse me, goodness gracious out there. A little bit dry, right? And of course, as we head through the valley, that's where those best conditions are going to be. We're going to be there in the lower 70s for your highs today, maybe even mid 70s. We're talking down there towards Chico, towards Oroville, and then as you head out further east into the eastern mountains, you're going to be talking 60s and maybe even some 40s there out in the Lassen Volcanic State Park, higher elevations like that. But still pretty good out there. Really don't have any complaints, at least on my side of the things here, right? And of course, as we head through the next several days, that's whenever the real big warming trend starts to take hold there. We'll start with Trinity County, kind of a good cross section. Of course, through today, upper 60s, maybe lower 70s, but I'll tell you what, all bets are off as we head through Monday, through Tuesday, through Wednesday. That's whenever those 70s really start to reinforce out there. Of course, as we head over to the coast, temperatures are going to be kind of suppressed in the 50s as usual, but even out here towards the coast, we're probably going to hit near 60 Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. Up in Del Norte County, very similar story. Of course, upper 50s, lower 60s. Head further inland, though, you got those 60s for today and mid 70s Tuesday and into Wednesday. So there's that warming trend, even along the coast and a little further inland. Out towards Siskiyou County, we'll be in the mid 60s across the area today. Wairika at 63 degrees, and of course, we'll be flirting with 70 there as we head towards Wednesday and probably towards the end half of the week there as well. Out towards Modoc County, we'll call it lower 60s today, probably getting to mid to upper 60s, also flirting with 70 as we head through Wednesday. They're pretty much dry throughout the week, not seeing any huge signs of activity in the big picture. Out towards Plumas County in the eastern mountains, upper 60s, lower 70s by Quincy there, and out towards Doyle as well. Paradise, give it 1 to 2 degrees of wiggle room. You'll probably hit 70 out there as well. Lower to mid 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and in towards the end of the week. Out towards the valley, though, we'll be in the upper 70s today, and yeah, 1 or 2 of us might very well hit 80, but I think most of us are kind of staying in this 70s range. Notice out here towards Elk Creek, portions north, you start to get down into the lower to mid 70s, and of course from Lakehead down to Red Bluff, 75 to 77. So let's just call it 70s throughout the valley, and I think you're settled in just fine as we head through tomorrow there, right? We're going to be there kind of in the mid to upper 70s, but notice there Tuesday, Wednesday, and beyond, that's whenever those 80s are definitely taken back over. So if you're missing those 80s, just wait a few days and you'll get them back. Thanks for joining me for this forecast update. Of course, I'll be back with you later this evening for more fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center. I'll see you then.